What's going on, everybody? I had to redo this. I'm sorry. I'm paying money to Streamlabs every month, and they just can't seem to get it right. It's frustrating me. Now, the people that was in the first one, right, won't be able to. Hopefully, they come back. Hopefully, they come back. All right. Yeah. So I'm not using Streamlabs, man. I'm paying all this. I'm paying like $20 a month. I think it's $20 a month, $19.99 for Streamlabs. And if the quality is not good, I'm not going to pay. You know, and my computer's not like a shabby computer. But what's going on, Hot Mess Nest? Everybody connect with my sister right there. What's up, mommy? Vern's Junk Closet's in the building. What's going on, everybody? When you come in, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. We are going to get into a very nice and juicy topic today. I got to be honest with you. I'm about to make some people upset. As usual. But my goal is really not to make people upset. It's just to get people thinking, right? Realistically. And offer two sides of an argument. So today, I'm going to be addressing the young ladies, the women, my sisters. Because you guys know I love you. But sometimes you just need to hear the truth from a person who really cares and loves you and want to see you elevate and grow. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that may not tickle your ears a little bit. All right? And I promise you today, we will be, and I promise, what's going on, YouTube Court? TV Logic is in the house. Andrea's in the house. Rob is in the house. B1U3 series, what's going on? Vern's Junk Closet is here. The local family is here. Got my sister Ness in here. Guys, hit her up, and please, we're trying to get my sister to grow. Okay, so I need you guys to go to her channel, check out her content. She's a new YouTuber. She got some great content on there too. So please hit her up and connect. All right. Thank you, bro. I gotta. Oh, listen, if you guys want this mug, you can hit up my Teespring. Yeah, so I'm going to put the number in, but please don't call in yet. $6257. I'm going to put it in the chat and I'm going to pin it so that when we open up the line, I can hear from you guys. All right. So I got it pinned. So we're going to talk about a couple of things, and I promise you, it's meant to be edifying and not to poke fun and not to be like a woman basher. Because if you guys know me, that's I'm the extreme opposite of that. Ness, I just made you a moderator, so hopefully that won't happen again. So, well, before I do that, I had a great day. I got my mama in the chat, so I'm going to be extremely respectful as usual. Hey, mom. You see that right there? That's my book. If you guys haven't had a chance, so go on Amazon.com, search From a Fatherless Father to a Son to pick up a book. I heard it's a good book. I heard it was a good book, so you let me know. All right. But yeah, man, we're about to get into a deep and a nice conversation. What's her channel called? Her channel is called Hot Mess Ness. Hot Mess Ness. All right. So hit her up, please. Hit her up. And if one of my moderators, if you guys can go to her channel, and actually, Ness, I think I just made you a moderator. So you should be able to put your channel link in there. So please hit her up. First of all, how's everybody doing today? It's Friday. The weekend is here. I had a pretty decent week. My school was closed, so I was teaching from home. But today, actually, let me test something out. I'm not sure if that's going to work because Streamlabs been bugging, and I'm telling you, if Streamlabs don't work, oh, thank you, Real. Please go to that channel that Real put in the. You subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Listen, I want her to get to triple digits and then 4 digits as soon as possible. It's probably somebody who don't like what I'm about to tell them. That's all right. I don't mind the thumbs down. That means that they're watching. So you can thumbs me down. I don't really sweat that. So thumb me down all you want. It's okay. Just give me that view though. Give me that view. All right. So Shanita, I got my battery in my back. The battery's in, sis. The battery is in. All right. Can we thank you so much for subbing to her. I appreciate it. She just a quick background of who she is. I met her because I had a chance to be involved with her kids and working at the center. And she's an amazing mother, amazing leader in the community, not just like a female leader, but she's a leader in her community. She does a lot of community work, and she wants to start a YouTube channel. She has a beautiful family. Like she's an all-around solid sister. So please make sure you guys show her support, explode her channel with love. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly. I get my community. Oh, wait, you get your community tab. I don't know. Okay. So Miss Torrent, what's going on? You're in my live. Thank you so much. Who did I miss? I think I got everybody. Jayla, Logic, real. You know what? And as they come in and make sure you hit that like button or thumbs down button, either one, because it just shows me that you're watching. I appreciate it. Who we talking about today, my sister? We're talking about the ladies. Talking about the ladies tonight. All right. All right. What Vern say? My bad. I didn't try to do. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's talk. Let's talk a little bit about the ladies. All right. I guess I could speak from a Christian perspective and being involved in many churches. You know what I see a lot in churches? Single women. In fact, there's a lot of single women out there. Like when I mean single, I'm talking about like single, non-married, single, unavailable. You know? So there's a lot of single women out there, and a lot of women out there wondering, why can't I find a good man? Or they'll say something asinine like, there are no good men out there. There's good men out there. You just don't know how to find them in most cases. Now, let me start off by saying this also. I am not speaking in absolutes. I'm talking about some or a small portion or a wide portion. So when I say, for the sake of this discussion, when I say women, I just want you guys to insert some, because what I really mean when I say women in this specific conversation is some women. So whenever you hear me say women, just pretend that I silently said some women. All right. All right. So with that being said, I'm not speaking in absolutes, and I'm not generalizing and grouping all women into one category. I'm just saying some. However, what you might find is this may touch you the wrong way. And if it touches you the wrong way, it probably applies to you. Okay. So if the shoe fits, you got to wear it. Yeah, bro. I have to clarify that, because if I don't clarify that, you know how our chats are going to be afterwards. All right. And they're going to call me some He-Man woman hater. All right. There's enough of that out there on YouTube. I'm not that He-Man woman hater. I am that my own man who want to see everybody elevate. I want to see men grow, and I want to see women grow. But the problem is that you will not grow if you're not willing to receive some harsh criticism. Or I wouldn't say harsh, because I'm not really a harsh criticism kind of guy. I'm constructive criticism in order for you to grow. So, and same here. If you guys have any constructive criticism for me to grow, I would gladly receive it. Gladly receive it. Okay. So let's talk about it. And tomorrow I may go live, and then tomorrow I'll talk to the men. But today I'm talking to you ladies. All right. This is for the ladies, strictly for the ladies. This is for, was that Jermaine Dupri's joint back in the day? I'm a champion for all women, even if it's not towards me. Champion that. I hear that. All right. So now, get started already telling me, yo, somebody commented on one of my videos today. Dude, just get to the point. If I get to the point right away, you guys are going to want to leave. I'm trying to get these watch hours, son. All right. No, all right. Let me get to the point before you guys leave. All right. So we're going to talk about why modern women today can't find a good man in 2021. All right. And off the bat, I'm going to just say this. Good men exist. Good men are out there. And I'm pretty sure good men are in this chat right now. Right, real? We here. We here. All right. Good men are out there, and they're looking for good women. All right. But the problem is some women don't know what a good man is. Don't know what a good man is. Some women have not mentally matured from high school. They're still attracted to the bad boy. They're still attracted to the hot boy. They're still attracted to that guy that walks around that got that elongated spectrum energy. This is a family channel, so I can't say certain things, all right? And plus, I'm a Christian, so I'll make sure that my words are edifying to all ears, right? But some women haven't grown up. They can't identify what a good man is in the first place. So they're out there looking for a good man or claiming that there aren't any good men when they're trying to find a man in an ocean full of sharks. You're not going to find a good man in an ocean full of sharks. I can't find a nice shark in the midst. There are no such things as nice sharks. So when you're swimming among sharks and you get bit, don't think to yourself, man, all these men are out here hurting me. There's no good men. The reason why they're hurting you is because you're swimming in a pool of sharks. All right. Like you need a thug. And there's a lot of women out there, okay, that want that thug. And they think that the thug is out there, and because they're a thug, they got that protective type of energy. Okay. The truth of the matter is, most thugs tear things down. They're not looking to build things up. So if you want a thug, you're going to get a thug and you're going to get exactly what you want. Okay. Thank you for sharing me out. I appreciate it. All right. So some women cannot identify what a good man is. They don't know what a good man is. They talk about it, but when you ask them what is a good man, they start saying things that are extremely selfish, and we're going to get into that. All right. They either haven't seen a model of what a good man is, or if they grew up in a single mother home, their mom may not have brought a good man around for them to see. A lot of times it's generational. So we taught that generationally good men don't exist, specifically good black men don't exist. We exist. There are a lot of good men out there that want to find a really good woman. The fact is that they're out there, right? But when they approach a lot of women, or some women, they get turned down because they're the good guy, right? They're good. They're a good guy, right? It's tragic. Some women just don't know what it is. Oh, let me get into the chat because there's a lot of. I want a gentleman bad boy. What is that though? Huh? What is a gentleman bad boy? You want a bad boy to open a door for you, but want to punch somebody else in the face? What is a gentleman bad boy? What does that look like? A gentleman in the streets and a thug in the sheets. Now that's reversed. Okay. All right. That's reverse. Dre doing a logic. He ain't checking the chat. I'm sorry. I'm checking the chat now. And if you guys said anything important, please repeat it. Okay. Well said. It's not me, Nita. All right. Yes. And I got my fifth grader watching too. So yeah. Jayla, yes. So if you need to step away, Jayla, please. You won't get that kind of speech from me. But all right. So let's keep it family friendly in the chat, please. I appreciate it. I'm going to read the chat. Okay. We want what you want. But here's the thing, Robin. You say you want what you want, but do you really know what you want? Because you want the thug and you get the thug, right? And then you're wondering why the thug is out till 4:00 in the morning, not staying home with you. If that's your husband, of course. Well, you asked for that. That's what you asked for. All right. So the thing is, I think women got to be a little bit more clear on what they want. Not just because a lot of times what you really want is an image. Forget the image. Be a little bit more specific about the characteristics you would like to have in a man. Okay. A little bit more specific, because I think what we tend to do is we allow ourselves either not to grow up and still think that the same type of male that we were attracted to in high school, we should be attracted to in our 20s and 30s or even 40s. Right? Or we have this image that this bad boy is a protector type of person. So you will feel protected. You'll feel secure with the bad boy. And I got to be honest, more often than not, that security fades extremely fast in a relationship with a bad boy. I don't know. You guys may disagree, and you'll have a chance to disagree with me in a couple of minutes when I open up the phone lines. All right. All right. Now, another point is, and I'm going to get them with this one real. Women's, some, insert some, women's expectations are self-seeking and selfish. They want to know what the man has and what he can do for them with what he has. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back row. Women, insert some, and right before women. Women want to know what the man has and what he can do for them with what he has. Oh, you disagree? I'll give you a chance to call up and share with me why you disagree. Okay. Now, just remember, insert some. Okay. So not only do some women not fully understand or know what a good man is, but when they go looking for a man and they think about a man that is a good man, a lot of times they will define a good man based on what this good man can do for them. All right, so real, come a little close. I'm gonna whisper this to you. This is about the time in the chat where the women will start defending themselves and getting a little bit, defensive. Watch this. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. Okay. So I'm saying it in a joking fashion, but let's be honest and let's be real. Okay. There are a lot of women out there who, when they're looking for a relationship, they're not going in thinking, I want to find a guy that I can absolutely love on, that I can, be the best wife that I can be to them. I want to do this, and I want to have his kids, and I want to give the gift of submission to a man because that's what I want to do in a relationship. No. They don't want the square until they into their 30s or 40s or 2 or 3 kids. Can I be honest with you? And real, if I could just talk. See me, I'm like the good guy, right? I'm the good guy that will, speak up for himself. But I'm a good guy, right? And honestly, and I was married throughout my 20s, but I wasn't looked at really by women until I was like 35. By other 35-year-old women who either had kids of their own or they were just sick and tired of chasing a bad boy all their lives. Now they wanted a little bit of stability and somebody that would pretty much treat them right. Listen. So they want to know what he can do for them. I've seen some videos lately with some people in the relationship spectrum on YouTube. And I heard one single mother with 4 kids. No, she had 3 kids. And you know what she talked about when finding a man? She wanted a man that would be able to take care of her and her 3 kids. Now, let me preface this. I don't disagree with a man who steps in and loves a woman enough to take on her kids. In fact, I respect it, and I applaud it. For a man to take on the children of the woman that he's in love with and raise them as his own, he deserves props. He deserves respect, right? But for a woman to come out automatically and say, I want a man that could support me and my 3 kids. Come on. Let's not go into relationships only thinking about what we can get out of it. That's not. And I think women, for the most part, some women, they look into relationships like that. Like, what can this man do for me? And secondary, what can I do for him? And it's a far secondary. So some women go into relationships with self-seeking and selfish expectations. All right, now back to the chat. Good men don't exist. LOL, Miss T. The hubby is like a younger version of Dre. Sweater wearing. Listen, I got my, if you guys remember, like one of my heroes is Fred Rogers, right? I wear cardigans all the time because Fred Rogers is one of my heroes, and I'm not shy to say it. Test me if you would like. All right. He's one of my heroes. All right. So, good. Hey, the Jasmine family. Thank you so much for coming through. I mean, it's a package deal. That's awesome, but still too good to go looking for it. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's good, but like to want that, it's like, I expect these things. No, chill, back up. She wants what she wants. Yeah, she can want what she wants. She's not going to get what she wants all the time. You know, that expectation is not, realistic. And that's being honest, as she should. Mafi for, hold on, a Science Tech Arts Gallery. Snap! Mosa Mac. So guys, just real quick, if you guys have any kids, any children, and they're in school, and especially if they're doing things remotely, Side Tech Arts Gallery, please subscribe to her channel. Okay. I had a chance to meet her, I think it was 2 years ago at Stuyvesant High School, and they did a workshop that I had a chance to sit in. I remember it like it was yesterday, and we did some amazing things that we implemented in the classroom. I know I'm way off topic, but please, if you guys have any children or nieces, nephews, grandchildren, and they're home doing remote learning, this is one channel that you really should connect with. All right. Please go to Side Tech Arts Gallery. All right. Wow. It's good to see you here. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming through. The Jasmine family is here. What's up? And Eat to Live Strong. How's it going? I have a friend who feels this way strongly. Yeah. So there's some things, and I'm going to get into this a little bit more and add more meat to it. Okay. So I think one of the reasons why women can't find a good man in 2021 is because they have unrealistic, selfish, and self-seeking expectations when they're looking for somebody to date. Some women are looking for a financier or a sponsor. They're not really looking for somebody they can live together with. And I think that's dangerous. And sometimes society's telling us we need to expect the man to pay for us, which is why some women are out there demanding expensive, lavish first dates because they're worth it. They're a queen. And if he wants to date me, he's going to take me to the nicest place. Back up. So I don't even know you to take you out and drop $150 on you, $200, $300 on you. I don't know you. And if you are a woman that has that kind of expectations of a man that you don't know, and you really need to humble yourself and check yourself and really evaluate where your worth lie. Because if your worth lies in what a man pays for you, then remember, you will always be a woman that can be bought. Candidly V, I told you I'm going to get you guys upset tonight. You know, I love you, but you guys got to hear me out. And I'll give you an opportunity to call in and argue this out with me, all right? 3, they are looking for a good man without looking to be a good woman. They want a good man, but are they really looking to be a good woman for the man that they want? And I'll say this, I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow. Men do the same thing. Men want a good woman, but some of them necessarily don't want to work on being a good man for a good woman. But women do the same thing. But we're talking about the women tonight. Women do the same thing. Insert some. Okay? What makes you a good woman? What makes you worthy enough to have a good man? What makes you worthy enough? Because you're pretty? Because you got a nice body? Because your hips is wider than your waist? You got a nice smile? You can afford a good weave? Like, what is it? What is it? You know, this is why when I talk about high value, right? High value lies in character, not necessarily what somebody physically has. Character is who you are. That's really who you are, right? I like, even so, like we label people millionaires, right? They make $1 million, they have $1 million, they're a millionaire, right? That's not really who they are. That's how much money they have. That's not who they are. We got to be really honest about what makes people high value. And if it's void of character, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble. So women, what characteristics do you have that makes up a good woman that a good man is going to want? Because I'm going to tell you right now, good men would rather stay single than be in a dramatic relationship with a woman who's not a good woman. You're a goddess. You're a magical. Okay. A lot of women believe that. Okay. 33 years. What a blessing. All right. 33 years, man. What's up? Looks only take you so far. Yeah. Looks only can take you but so far. Now, here's the thing. Instead of focusing on the right things, women would look to find a financier. All right. But here's a problem with looks, right? And I said this in my last video. Looks go away. And if a woman is found because of her looks, when the looks start to fade, the man will probably start looking elsewhere for somebody that looks younger and better. I'm not saying it's right, but if you focus so much on your looks and not try to be a good person of character, then you're never going to find a good man. Sorry to tell you, you're just not going to find a good man. I want you to find a good man if you're single, right? But I want you to be a good woman for the man that you're going to find as well. And if you're not looking to be a good woman, then don't even bother trying to find a good man, because you're not going to wind up ending up with him anyway. Another point. Before I do that, I think it's my superpower. What's your superpower? Tell him a hot mess. That's you. My great grandma looked good up to her last day period, and it's in the gene pool. All right. Your great grandma. All right, I feel you. Any man would be fortunate to have me. I'm wifey material. So Shanita, if you can do me a favor in the chat, I want you to tell me what makes a woman wifey material. What makes a woman wifey material? Okay, please let me know. Okay, let me know what makes a woman wifey material. I meet a lot of men who are hurt, so it's like building a man up, and I'm not here for that at all. People need to heal from past trauma. Oh, we're gonna talk about that as far as women is concerned too. I agree. And I think that there's trauma on both sides, but some men carry trauma. I believe, and I'm gonna say it, these men in the manosphere, they got these YouTube channels, these MTGOW kind of dudes. They're gonna watch this and they're gonna not like me after this, but I think a lot of them were played by women, and now they want to go like the total extreme. I don't think that women like them, so they hurt. But back to the women. Back to the women. Okay, next. Hold on. Let me. Yes, need to preach, sis. Vice versa. Wife takes what he has and adds value. Yes, but how would a woman do that? House become home when you add a woman. I can't even front. Like, my house definitely became a home when I added one. Don't tell a manosphere that, bro. You be called a simple. I know, right? They're gonna be in the chat. It's all right. That's all right. Seed become children. There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. Very true. Very true. That was a vague response, Robin. Yes, Robin. All right. Next. Some women don't have any idea or any care for what men want. Okay. Some women just don't care or know what men really want. So women go around parading themselves as these elevated queens of society, thinking that they are a good catch for a man, but they're flaunting the things that men don't really care about. So it's like, I'm a queen, I'm this, I'm that. My name is Dr. So-and-so and so-and-so, and I accomplished all of these things, and I wrote books, and the man is like, and what is that going to do for me? Like I don't want that. I can care less about that. Don't come flaunting the things that I really don't care about. You see, that can look good towards your sisters, right? Bragging points with other women. But when it comes to men, you really got to understand and know what men really want from women in a relationship and in a marriage. Ladies, and I'm going to tell this to you with love. You cannot go into a relationship dictating what you're going to be like in a relationship, and he should be happy with it because you're a woman. Women really need to understand what men want also. Okay? You do. You do. Otherwise, you're going to remain single throughout 2021. So, Robin, let's not go there, please. All right. So, I'm going to read that comment that Robin said. I think when women make too much, it's threatening for them. She said, meaning for men. I'm going to explain to you why I put that there. Okay. All right. The real issue is this: the woman will make more than a man, and she will have disdain toward him because she makes more than him. Insert sum. Men don't care how much you make. They really don't care how much you make. The problem comes in is if you take what you make and you start comparing it with him. That's the true problem. And women gotta understand this. Men aren't trying to compete with a woman. They're not in a relationship. There should be absolutely no area in a relationship where a man is competing with a woman and a woman is competing with a man at all. That's where the imbalance lies. Women think that I can compete with a man, or I can, no, do what you do. Do what you do. Make 6-7 figures if you like. Don't compare that to the man you're with. Don't. Then you're going to be single for the rest of your life. Come on. Like, men don't care how much you make. Most men don't even care that you make more than them. Like, it's not a factor. The issue is if you're going to have disdain toward him because you make more. That's really the issue. Some men feel the way you feel. I don't believe that real. Wait, okay. I miss it. I've been with broke women, didn't care. See? But most don't like that. Hey, everyone. What's up? What's up, Neek? How you doing? So before we go into this whole thing about, men get intimidated by women who make more money, that is false. Men are concerned about how you are going to treat them because you make more. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Look, I mean, when I say men, I'm talking about men with mature men. I'm talking about mature men. Okay, because there are some boys out there that wouldn't mind mooching off a woman who gets paid more. Even then, he wouldn't mind it. In fact, he'll welcome it. All right. But it's not a concern. All right, because here's the thing, right? You can be married, right? And he could be a plumber, and you can work in the bank. And then you get promotions at your bank, and now you become the vice president of operations at your bank. He's still a plumber. He's making a good 6-figure salary, right? But let's say you make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 more than him. That's going to intimidate him? No, because he's not going to care about that. He got with you because of you. Men don't care about what women make. Not real men, at least. Past hurt, people need to heal. That I agree with, Jasmine family. I agree. You answer my question? Okay, I'm not sure. All right. I gotta scroll up in the chat. But Robin, why do you feel men would be intimidated? Why would a man be intimidated by a woman who makes more? If it's not the reason that I just gave you, that is more so the concern of how He's going to be treated by her because she makes more. Why do you think men are intimidated by it? All right. So if you know some men that are, and I'm not saying that you don't, I'm not going to argue that. Why? What reason do they have? Or have they told you about them being intimidated by a woman who makes more? All right. Let me know. And if you want, you can call in and share it also. I put the number it's pinned up at the top of the chat. I'll let you call in now and you can share why if you like. Blacklight Revelation says, how would a man be intimidated by a woman's finance when men are even looking at women for wallet? Appearance attracts. It's a women who check pockets first. And that I agree with. And that's what I'm trying to communicate. A woman can make more. That's not what he cares about. He does not care about that. No, they could be the man of the house and she could still make more though. Making more is not necessarily the person who's the man of the house. Because if it's a scenario where promotions happen and the wife is making more because of promotions, all right, he is still the man of the house. No? The only men who are intimidated by that are men who are not secure in their manhood. Agreed, real. Women come with these delusional narratives and just to say them and repeat them to make them true. Yeah, sort of like that independent woman narrative. Sorry, I had to go there, ladies. I had to go there. Men don't know what women even use as financial status symbols. Yeah, we don't care. You're just gonna listen. She's just gonna listen. That's it. So men really don't care about that. If they care about anything, they're really more concerned about how you're going to treat them because you make more. That's it. They're not trying to find you because you make more. Real men aren't trying to find you because you match them or you're going to level them up. That's not what they care about. Okay. So you got to know what men want. They're not concerned about your accolades. They want to know what type of woman, what type of character you have, period. Like, a lot of times it's looks and character. All right. That's what it really is. You hope my machine breaks? You're jealous. That's all it is. All right. I've had friends, high purchases, they make more money than their hubbies to save his feelings. Then they really should seek counseling because that's hard. How would you notice a woman and say, oh my, she makes so much, I'm scared? It's a delusional thought process. I agree. Like, men, they see a woman, the first thought isn't, I wonder how much money she makes. Yo, she over there in them stilettos, those red bottoms. Is that a Gucci bag? Yo, she got to make some money. Let me go holla. That's not how guys think. It's not. Let me pour some coffee. Yep. Next, another topic. They cannot clearly communicate what they can bring to the table. Wait, I don't know if I should talk about this because now women are going to be upset. Women really can't communicate what they bring to the table. They know what they want the man to bring. But what are women expected to bring to the table? And do they know what it is? And are they operating in it? I told you that I would be upsetting the ladies today. Okay. My goal is not to upset. My goal is to offer some things to allow everyone who's listening to self-reflect. Okay. Nick said, I can because I bring nothing. Like, what do you bring to the table? All right. I grew up watching Walt Disney. I've seen The Little Mermaid, Princess and the Frog, Cinderella, all these Disney movies. I'm pretty sure you have too. The man is the king or a prince and he's got money, he's got a castle. And the woman is a damsel in need of rescue in almost every movie. up until like 5 years ago when women power was a thing, is a thing. And we grew up in that. A lot of women still believe that. So the question is, do women who believe they are queens and that they deserve certain treatment from men, do they know what they bring to the table? I don't even know what I bring to the table, and I'm married. Yeah, ahead. Shanita, even the KS click says they don't care about your money. They don't. They don't. They care about intrigue. And I will say this, ladies, and this is just a word of caution. If there is a man who's concerned about how much money you make, he was probably a mama's boy who plays video games and is looking for somebody to take over his mother's position. So be careful. That's probably what it is. So be careful, okay, guys? Every woman is broke. No, every woman is broke. No, I'm speaking of absolutes. I attract sexual men too. I'm sorry. You're gonna get me like in trouble. V. Blacklight, no, I am the bomb. Facts, Nita. I don't know what's wrong with these men. Tell us, what's wrong with us? Probably not. I got my king when I stopped trying to bring to the table. So there's absolutely nothing you do to level up your relationship. Is he expected to play the role of a man and you're not expected to play any role at all? Yes. And I'm not like asking facetiously. I'm asking honestly. Jasmine started it fresh, not me. Every woman from those Disney movies were broke, looking for somebody to save them. And some women today are looking for that too. You are the level up. But what do you bring to the table? That's what the question is. Other than like the cliche talking points, I'm the bomb. I'm a woman. I'm all that. I'm a queen. You know what the Bible says, right? And I heard, I'm not really much of a TD Jakes follower, but he said something profound a couple of years ago that really stuck with me. And a lot of women tend to find this scripture and use this scripture and use it out of context. So let me add some context to it. There's a scripture that says, a man or he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. And I believe that. I believe that. But you know what that scripture does not say? It does not say he who finds a woman and makes her into a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Or he who finds a girl and teaches her the qualities of a wife, then he finds favor and obtains. No. It says he who finds a wife. So the connotation is, oops, as I'm making a mess, is that she already possessed the qualities of a wife. She already proved that she was going to bring something of wifely qualities to the table. So if he found her and married her, then he obtained favor from the Lord and he found a good thing. So the woman already had to have had the qualities of a wife in order for this man to have found a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. Just because you are a woman and he puts a ring on it doesn't mean that he found a good thing. What do you bring to the table? What wifely qualities do you already have that you're going to bring to that marriage, that relationship? Otherwise, you're not bringing anything to the table. We are the only race of people that turn our women into workhorses. Whoa, time out. Hold on. Whoa. Let's rewind. If you're accusing me of saying that we're turning, I think that a woman should be a workhorse in a relationship, you are completely taking what I'm saying out of context. Completely out of context. The question is, you're expecting men to be of a certain way and bring something to the table in a relationship. There's not one woman that in this chat right now that can honestly say that they don't expect a man to bring anything to the table in a relationship. Not one. Not one. And if you are that woman, you're lying. Okay? What I'm saying is, if you're expecting a man to bring something to the table, do you know what you can bring to his? That's all I'm saying. It's about balance. It's about balance. Don't say that you expect all these things from a man, because then you're expecting selfish things, and a lot of the things that you're expecting is self-seeking. If you cannot identify before you get in a relationship what you can bring to that relationship, you don't belong in a relationship. You don't. I meant to say that a table needs to be addressed, because if a person can't bring the other's expectations to provide something that will benefit the other person, then downhill everything goes. Agreed. Women are being workhorses because they want to have more resources, and you have to work. Not somebody's calling in. I don't know who that. You know what? Let me see who that is.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Nita?
The one and only.
Hey, what's going on, sis? What are you about to tell me? Go ahead.
I got a question.
I have an answer, I hope.
What exactly is the woman supposed to bring to the table?
See, now that's my point. The question is, women cannot clearly communicate what they bring to the table. So the question is not for me to answer. That's for you to answer.
We know what we have.
Then
but
what
the men want us to bring is always inconsistent to what they say they want.
Okay, so let's start off with, what is it that women will bring to the table?
We're going to bring to the table what y'all want us to bring to the table.
See, now that's my point. Clearly communicate what they can bring to the table.
We can bring security. We can bring support. We can bring nurturing. We can bring love, peace, happiness. We can bring all of these attributes. But if we don't bring the finances, then that's the problem as well.
If the women don't bring the finances.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll give you that to a certain extent. What I'm saying is, men don't care about how much money you make, right? We live in the 21st century where in a lot of middle-class homes, both man and the woman are required to work, right? Because if not, they won't be able to live. Or they live above their means, so the other person needs to work, right? True?
I'm listening.
All right. So when I ask, can a woman clearly communicate what they bring to the table? You mentioned the cliche talking points: support, love, nurturing. So let's take those points. What does that look like? It's cliche. That's the same thing that women would always say. So let me say this. It's surface. All right. It's surface. If you go down deep in each three of those things, what does that look like?
How is that cliche when that's what it is?
It's surface. It's surface. What does that look like?
How is it cliche if that's what she has to bring?
What does it look like? It's cliche if you cannot answer what it looks like.
No, it's not cliche. It's what she has. I don't understand what more.
It's not specific.
Do you need for those? How is that not specific? She can nurture. She can be the nurturing part in the relationship. What does that look like? She can be taking care of her man.
How?
Making sure he's okay.
What does that look like? Keep going. Making sure how? How? Is she gonna make sure that his clothes are ironed every night?
If that's what the relationship requires,
is she gonna make sure dinner's on
she'll cook his dinner.
Mm-hmm.
She'll cook his dinner.
Do his laundry.
She'll have the house clean for him. Do his laundry, other stuff, whatever it fits for the relationship. That's what she'll do.
Okay. somebody else is trying to call in. They're going to have to wait. All right. So that's what nurturing. What about support? Without overlapping what you just said, tell me what support looks like.
I want to know, why are these things cliche?
Because they're too vague and they're overused. So we got to get more specific in what a woman can bring to the table.
How is it cliche and overused? It has to be cliche and overused to understand. No.
Shanita.
It has to be cliche
Shanita.
and overused until you actually get into the relationship with someone and know what that relationship requires.
No. You need to know what you can bring to the table from the very beginning of a relationship. Otherwise, you don't belong in a relationship. You need to know what you can offer in a relationship. Right?
I know what I can offer to the relationship.
So when I ask, what is it? It's got to be something a little bit more specific beyond the whole, because when you get married, you're going to want to do these things, these specific type of things. What are those things?
I listed those things, and I don't think that was enough for you. You wanted to.
It's not a matter of it being enough for me. What I'm saying is clearly communicate what they are. If you name 3 things that are surface, you're not clearly communicating it specifically for you.
But I gave you what I gave you. This is what I can bring. You want to get more in detail.
Yeah, I do. And that's the whole thing. A man wants to know, what can you actually bring to the table? They want to know specifics. So if you come to him and say, well, and he's a good quality man, right? He's a real good man. You know, he's trying to identify what you can bring to the table. And if he asks you what you can bring to the table, if you tell him, well, I'm going to be supportive, I'm going to be nurturing, you know, and what's the other thing? Loving. Then he's going to be like, okay, what does that look like to you? Any good man on a date, when he asks that question and gets that kind of response, is going to ask, what does that look like to you? Can a woman clearly communicate that? If she cannot.
Realistically, though, I don't think that conversation's ever been had. They just show.
Are there any guys in the chat? Are there any guys in the chat?
This is not what I do, and this is that. They don't say this is how I'm going to do it.
No, the question is, what does that look like to you? Real, I got a question, Real. Have you ever been in a situation, Real? Have you ever been in a situation where a woman's, you're dating a woman and it's getting serious, Real? Hold on one second. You're going to make me put you on mute. You're going to make me put you on mute. Hold up, Real. Have you ever been in a situation, Real, where the woman said, all right, that she can do those things? Did you just accept it? Because I don't know one man that will just accept, well, I will be supportive, I will be nurturing, I will be loving. The man is going to want to know, because we're logical thinkers, what does that look like? How would that play out in a relationship with us? You don't agree, Nita?
Because no one says that. But okay, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. Okay, I'm nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
What I do, I will cook.
Mm-hmm.
I will clean. I will make sure he's okay. Ask him how his day was, making sure he's happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Check in with him when need be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one I said? Loving.
Supportive. And loving.
Supportive. What he's doing in his career, whatever path he chooses to take,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to make sure he has a clear mind and a clear head so he can do what he needs to do to advance himself in his career.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, now we're in a situation where you're getting a little bit more specific. Now the guy can fully understand, or a little bit more understand, what that looks like to you. So the point I was trying to make is, some women cannot clearly communicate those things.
But why do they have to be that specific? Why couldn't it be just what it was, and then we go along in the relationship?
Because men and women vet each other in a relationship. When they are getting to know each other, when they're dating stages, they're vetting each other. Part of the vetting process is to ask questions.
I get that, but what if I say I can do these things and then I don't follow through? Then it's like, okay, well, you told me you didn't do X, Y, and Z, and then you didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a different problem. That's a whole different problem. We're referring to why women can't find a good man in 2021. So if I'm on a date with somebody and I ask her a question, you know, and that question, and it's all about, like, you know, a few days, because I wouldn't recommend a man, if you're watching, I wouldn't recommend you just off the bat say, well, what can you bring to this relationship? All right. When things start getting serious, those kind of questions should be asked. It should be talked about from both sides, right? Men would say things like, you know, I can be a provider. All right. I will protect you. I will love you unconditionally. I'll make sure that all your needs are met. And if I can meet some of your wants, I will work hard to meet some of your wants. And if I can't meet that one at that specific moment, I will work hard to make sure that I can get you what you want. I want to make sure that you're happy. I want to travel the world with you. And I want to make sure that you don't have a care at all. If you're going to have my kids and you don't want to work, I want to make sure that I do what I can and what I need to do to make sure that you're home with the kids. You know, like, be more specific.
But the thing about that is you being, okay, we vetting each other and all of this.
Yeah.
But we're talking about dating. You're talking about finding a good man in 2021. We're talking about dating. I'm not going to give you all of this in the beginning while we're dating.
You realize
now we're talking about going towards marriage, then that's a different subject. Then it's like, okay, well, what are you going to bring to the table? If we're dating, I'm not going to just fill it all out.
Hey, Tiffany Chanel. But Shanita, why else would you want to find a good man if it's not to marry him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. During the dating stages, that's when you're trying to find somebody, when you're dating somebody. But when you want to actually settle down, that's a whole different ball game. Then we can talk about the table.
Yeah.
Half the time, y'all don't even have a table to bring nothing to. But that's different, you know. We're talking about the women tonight.
I'm going to get into that with the men later. Like the men.
We're talking about the women tonight.
Yeah,
anyway. But anytime what a man says, what you going to bring to the table, that 9 times out of 10 are talking about finances. They're not talking about what you can do for me.
No, that's what men are talking about. Like the table itself isn't just, finances. That's not what it is, especially to a man. Like, they're pretty much saying, I'm bringing this to the table. Right? Women read it like that because women are more financially focused than men are. All right. More proof. When men say, I am providing all of this, okay? What do you bring to the table? They're not asking, how are you matching me financially? They're asking, what other qualities are you bringing to the table since I'm doing all of this? All right. How that may look is...
Why are we still talking about a table instead of just saying, what are you bringing to the relationship?
Isn't the table the relationship? Isn't that the...
Because to me, when we use the word table, you're putting stuff on it and you're making deals at the table.
Okay. I think we have a different understanding of what a table is. So when couples are talking about what do you bring to the table, they're talking about what do you bring into the relationship.
But the phrase, I guess, table itself sounds like finances. It don't sound like relationship.
Oh, table refers to the relationship. So when I say, what do you bring to the table? When men are saying, what do you bring to the table? They're asking, I'm bringing this financially, but what are you doing to offset that? Not necessarily financially, because here's the thing: a man can make an astronomical amount of money, right? And work, 40, 50 hours a week, come home, right, to a house that's a complete mess, and then go home and clean up that house while his wife was, hanging out with her friends at the country club, and he's doing all that work. You know what he's going to ask her in the argument? What do you bring to the table? What are you doing to add to this relationship? It's not always about finances with a married couple when they say, what do you bring to the table?
Okay.
But there are some others who agree with you in the chat. Tiffany Chanel says table translate to finances to some people. So you know what I'll do? I'll acknowledge that. For the sake of this conversation, the table refers to relationships. And I'm not saying that a woman needs to bring money to be of value to a relationship. She needs to know what she does bring in order to be of value to that relationship. And if she can't clearly communicate that, then she don't belong in a relationship. And she's never going to find a good man.
She can clearly communicate that, and the man will still do whatever it is he wants to do. She can be as specific as whatever. She can be as specific as you want her to be, and he will still go off and do whatever it is he wants to do.
Well, are we talking about finding a good man in 2021?
That's what we're trying to do, trying to find a good man, and we find out he ain't one.
Okay, so
even after we did all of these things that we said we needed to do.
And we'll talk about that another time. We could talk about that another time. Tonight, we're talking about why a woman can't find a good man. And one of those reasons is because she cannot clearly communicate what she can bring to a table.
We can't find a good man because y'all lie.
You know what? Let me get somebody else on the phone. Good grief. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Later. All right. The number's there if you guys want to call in. Listen, okay? There's some that believe that table is just mere finances. The table in regards to a relationship. Women really need to communicate clearly what they can bring to a relationship. And if they're unable to, you're not going to find a good man in 2021. It's not something that I'm saying that's mean. It is what it is. What can you bring to the table? That's it. You know, and a man is not necessarily, because you can't go to a man and say, well, I make $160,000 a year, you know, so I can bring some financial stability to the home. He's going to be like, I don't care. Like, what else can you bring? What wifely qualities can you bring to the table? Because if a man tells you he makes $250,000 a year, you're going to know that he's going to be a good provider because husbands provide. A man wants to know, what can a woman bring to the relationship? Or a good man will be a provider. Hello, caller. Who am I speaking to?
Andrea.
What's up, Andrea? How you doing?
You know you irritate with this conversation, okay? I'm so irritated with you.
I'm sorry. How can I help you? Am I speaking lies, though? Am I lying?
Look, I can communicate very well. I don't need no help communicating.
I know, but am I lying?
No, you're not lying. But the point that I'm thinking, I think is a little screwed up because I was married for 6 years. Okay,
yeah.
When I got married, I knew what the man could bring to the table, and I told him what I was going to bring to the table. I was going to have his children. I was going to be the wife and be a good mother to his children. All that. And I was cooking and cleaning and ironing.
And this is his children, not even necessarily yours, but his too.
No, it's our children.
Okay, gotcha.
Our children. Okay, and I was cooking, cleaning, and ironing, and doing everything that he wanted me to do, and I was still unhappy. So what did that tell you? I'm just asking the question to you. Because I had a daddy. My mom and my dad been married 52 years. So my dad was a full-time daddy in the house. He was my mom and dad together. So it ain't nothing I missed anything, and he still wasn't a good man. I'm just asking the question to you.
Well, so we're talking about finding a good man and why women can't. All right, and we're actually internalizing it for the women. However, I guess for in your situation, the vetting process either wasn't long enough or wasn't clear enough.
Mm-hmm. And so what I learned is I'm going to be 46 next week. What I want at 22 and what I want at 46 is two different things now. Mm-hmm. Because I don't need a man to take care of me. I don't need a man to take care. I got my own money. So that's what I learned when I was 22. I didn't have my own money.
But you don't need a man to take care of you. But would you wait, Andrea, let me ask this question. Would you want a man to take care of you?
Do I want, I think it comes with a whole set of rules. So, because, you know, I don't want to be that housewife. I work. So I want you to help me clean. I want you to be a partner with me, and I have to do everything.
So that's what you want from him.
Yeah. I want a partner. I don't want to be the Molly the maid. I'm picking up behind him and all of that because he's taking care of me and he holds money over me. I didn't like that.
So in your relationship, you felt like he was holding the money over you.
Yes, and I want a team player. You clean, I cook. You help, I'm not having no more kids. I'm looking for a man. I'm telling him, I'll bet I don't want no kids. So I'm not having any more kids. But I want a team player. We do it together as a team, not as I do everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but in a marriage, it should be team based. It should be balanced.
Okay.
Right? But when it comes to finding a good man,
all
right, in 2021 or in any age, any state, any date, I put 2021 in the video because they say that video dates like years help with algorithms or whatever. I don't know. But if you're looking to find a good man, most men want to know what you can bring to the table, and they don't care about the finances. They want to know what you can do in a relationship to make him happy.
I'm a good listener. I'm a good, I can clean. I will support you in your business adventures as long as you support me. It's just a two-way street. It ain't a one-way street.
Okay. But again, the thing is, now get specific. How would that look?
How would that look?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he want me to be not have a good finance, and I don't want him to have. I want him to have a good finance. But how would that look? Is we do it together as a team. You support me, I support you.
Now,
and how would that look?
So now here's the thing about this, and now we're getting somewhere. If you clearly communicate that in the very beginning, like not the beginning, but somewhere during the relationship, right? Now we're at a point where he can make a choice. This is for me, and this isn't for me. I really want to be with somebody that is going to offer me different qualities in a marriage, or you can, or you'll find he'll say, you know what, this is a good fit for me, but as long as you can clearly communicate what you can bring to the table. And that's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If you cannot clearly communicate what you can bring to the table, then you don't belong in a relationship. So if you say that because you value these things, right? This is what you can bring to the table, and he doesn't want that at his table, you got to be willing to allow him to say, yeah, this isn't for me. That's not the type of table I want.
And I'm okay with that because I let him real quick. You ain't the table that I want, so I know ain't no future in me. I'm not gonna waste my time, and you ain't waste your time. So I understand not wasting somebody's time because I'll bet you ain't the one for me. Yeah.
Okay, and that's the maturity about finding somebody and vetting somebody in a relationship, and allowing a man to vet too, and not getting sensitive if he says this isn't for me.
Yes, I'm a big girl. I don't cry no more.
Okay.
That
works.
I'm older now. I mean, things that bother me from men that bothered me when I was younger, I'm older now, and I know who I am, and I know what I'm about, and I know my strong belief in who and what I believe in, and you can't shake it. Yeah. So maybe the problem is I don't got older now, and I don't have to put up with a bunch of mess that I did when I was like 20, 23, 24, 26, 27. I don't do that no more. Yeah. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to waste my time.
I hear you. I feel you.
But sometimes, to be honest, Harrison, some of these men, I'm just being honest, I have heard plenty of brothers saying, I don't want a woman who don't work. I don't want a woman who don't make no money. I don't want a woman who broke. I have heard too many black men say that. So I don't understand how you guys can say men don't care about women's finance. Well,
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. They're not concerned about whether or not you make money. They want to know that if they are going to step in and take care of you, that you was in a position that you were able to take care of yourself first. That's what it really is. They want to make sure that they're not going to have children and then a wife that's acting like a child too. Are you able to do things for yourself? Okay, I got it from here. They don't want a woman that has done absolutely nothing for themselves and then want a man to come in and do everything for them too. And that's what a man really wants. So when they see a woman that's able to take care of themselves, they know she's about something, that she's responsible. So they're going to look to date that person and then ask the question, what can you bring to the table? And then if the woman says, well, I'm making $250K a year, he's going to be like, what are you looking for at the table?
Okay, well, to be honest, I have heard, and let's be honest, I have heard too many Black men on YouTube want to know what the woman make. Okay, they have said they don't want to be taking care of no woman. So I'm from a little bit from the old school.
Yeah.
My dad is a protector and a provider, so I understand what that is and what that looks like in my house.
Yeah.
And okay, so I like that, but I'm saying is I want to be a little different in the age that I am. Just be a team player. That's not my mother's way of she doing everything for my dad. I didn't like the way that looked. So I'm just want to put a little twist on the way I want my marriage.
Yeah. So now let me just say this to everybody that's watching. Okay. This is not a situation, and I'm not the type of person that thinks that men should be elevated to a level where they are absolutely served like, high kings in a relationship. This talk today is simply about what women can do or what's preventing them from finding a good man in 2021. So I come down just as hard on men in my live streams or in my comments on my talks as I do on women. And it's not that I'm coming down hard. I just want women and men both to think about certain things. That's it.
Well, I mean, to me, when you ask that question, what do you bring to the table? I just don't think how you been dating a month? So, how you been dating a couple weeks? What's your timetable? Is what you can bring to the table? I'm just asking a question to you.
Yeah, well, timetables is difficult because that's subjective. Like, it's not really like relationships move at different levels. People move at different levels, at different speeds. So it's not, you'll know it when the relationships get a little bit more serious. Some relationships can get serious in 3 weeks, others 3 months. I'm not saying 3 years. Don't wait 3 years before you ask a question like that, because then you wasted 3 years of your life. But yeah, there's not really a timetable per se. You'll know when it's the right time to talk about things like that.
But I'm 46. When I talk to a grown man, I have questions I'll back. Like, what are you good to your mama? Do you take care of your kids? I'm asking questions that I'm already trying to figure out who you are and what you're about, because that stuff won't tell me. Do you take care of your kids? Are you good to your mama? Do you got a good relationship with your family? I'm asking them on the first date because I want to know. If you don't, that give me cause to pause.
And you're asking that to see what he can bring to the table.
Well, I'm asking that because I really want. I'm asking that because what I want, because I have children, and if I'm going to introduce you into my children's life, I want to make sure you have more. You have a high quality of character before I introduce you to my children. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure that you take care of your kids, because if you don't, I don't want you around me. I'm asking them questions on the first date. Yeah, that's just me.
You as a woman feel free that you can. Tiffany, I'm gonna get to you in a second because I can only talk to one person at a time. So as a woman, you feel free to ask questions like that.
Yeah, because you can ask me. You can ask them questions. You can ask me, do me and my husband get along? Do y'all still fighting? You can ask me them questions.
Yeah.
Because I'm open book.
Mm-hmm. And as a woman, if you're looking for a good man, do not answer those questions being vague, because when he's asking questions like that, he's trying to clearly see if you know what you can bring to the table. And if you don't know what you can bring to the table and you can't communicate clearly or answer those questions clearly, you're going to lose out on a good man. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'll put your little spirit to the test. Okay.
All right. Try it. All right. Okay. Somebody else wants to call in, all right, Andrea? Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. All right. All right, Tiffany, the line is open. Call in. I can call back. Now, there's 2 people that call, so I'll answer the first caller who calls. All right. There was actually 2. Hold on. I don't know which number that is. I don't know if I should call it back. Let me see.
Call from
Tiffany Chanel.
Oh,
to accept, press 1.
Tiffany, what up?
What's up, Dre?
How's it going? What's
All
like?
right,
I feel like it's nice to hear your voice in real time. Like I haven't like really like engaged in a conversation with you since Candy V, not Candy V, Candy C's live streams.
Yeah. Everybody got monetized. We just all been kind of doing our thing.
Yeah, leaving me in the dust.
Oh my God. I still go back and watch stuff and I try to participate here and there, but
Yeah.
I work too.
Yeah. And you got a daughter and you're doing your thing. Yeah. So what? So you calling to yell at me?
Your channel, and they're pretty dope. So congratulations on getting married.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to the women. Well, we send well wishes to the women.
Yeah,
but we congratulate them. Yes.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. I saw the title and let me like the video first. I saw the title, and so I have to disagree with the whole title, Dre.
Why?
You already know, because I'm coming to you with the scriptures.
Yep.
When a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing.
Does it say a woman or a wife?
And obtains favor from the Lord.
Does it say a woman or a wife?
Well, she's a woman before she becomes a wife.
No, but you can be a woman and not be a wife. See, if you're a wife, you're automatically a woman. That's why that's important.
Look, I'm giving you the scriptures. Take it how you may.
No, but no, you gotta give it. You gotta give it to it in context. It says wife, not woman, right?
He marries a woman. I mean, is he marrying a man?
Well, what I'm saying is, we have to, for that scripture, we have to differentiate a wife and a woman. Every woman, every girl grows into a woman. Not every girl grows into a wife.
Okay, Dre. Touche.
So and the thing about that verse, right? For him to have found a wife, she has to show the qualities already for him to find her. And that's
right. But she's not finding him. So maybe the title been like why modern women can't be found, because she's not looking for him. Yeah. Okay.
That's a good point. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a part 2, and I'm gonna talk about that. Thank you. More ammo. I appreciate that.
I will say this. I will say this. I see the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Wife, not woman. Okay. Yeah. Touche, guys. Touche.
Yeah. Well, and that's because like that's one of the things that we talked about even in like my courses. Because I think that verse is used a lot of times to empower women, right? And what some women do is they take that scripture and they sit back and think, all I have to do is be here, and he's going to find me. Okay. The problem is this, right? And then they'll refer to people like Esther, and then they talk about Boaz, right? The thing is, Boaz was able to find her because she was behaving in a way that made her findable. He who finds a wife, he who finds a woman who has the qualities of what a wife is, finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So yeah, men should be the one to go out there and find the woman. But part of the process of a man finding a woman is vetting. A good man can come to her, right? And then, in the conversations, either direct or indirectly by asking questions that would sort of lead to the answers, and try to find out what she can bring to the table. And not necessarily money. What qualities that a wife has that she's going to bring to this relationship.
I think in relationships, when you want to accurately identify qualities, you learn things over time as you get to know a person.
Agreed.
You can ask all day.
Yeah. Oh, that's I agree with you. That's the horn that I agree with you. Yeah.
Oh my Jesus, Lord, clench my invisible. Okay. But you can ask someone about different things all day long. They'll tell you what you want to hear, men and women. But it's not until you observe over time through different life situations.
Yeah.
That's when you learn her qualities and she learns your qualities. I'd say that. I know a lot of women seem to be having trouble finding or being found by a good man.
Yeah.
But there are good men out there. And there are good Black men out there.
Sorry.
My Lord.
Sorry. I had to do it because we got a sister saying that there are good men and good Black men out there. So want you ladies in the chat to listen to her. Don't listen to me. Listen to her. Go ahead. Keep going.
There are good men out there. I just think sometimes I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I don't want to step on, but sometimes
go ahead, because
too fast to get to know the person, men and women, and so it's to kind of take your time, get to know the person. If you identify red flags, there's so many videos out there that tells you what red flags to look for. Yeah. You identify red flags, and it's like, okay, this is not going to work for me, and you move on. You don't stick with toxicity.
True.
So, yeah.
I agree.
That's it.
Yeah. Vet. And allow yourself to be vetted also. As you're vetting, allow yourself to be vetted also. This way, you can find what you're looking for. He can find what he's looking for. And you can live happily ever after, like the Disney princesses.
Facts. It's possible.
Thank you so much for calling in.
It's good chatting with you.
Good chatting with you too, sis.
And I wish you well on your channel.
Thank you. I'm trying to let it grow and add some value to some people if they would like me to.
You add value. You keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Lines open if you guys want to call in. 908-444-6257. Let me know if you got something to say, disagree, add on to. All that good stuff. All right. But I'm not even done with my points, and it's already an hour and 22 minutes in. Thank you for the 21 people watching right now and the 21 thumbs up. I love you all and appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. So the phone breaking up. You trying to call in the Jasmine family? Harrison, can I tell you? Yes, Jayla, you can tell me something. All right. So another thing that makes it difficult and challenging for modern women to find a good man in 2021 or to be found in 2021, like my sister so elegantly stated, that some women will mistake stability for being boring. They still want that hot boy. They'll overlook, homeboy who now listen, remember what I said earlier. Insert some in front of when I say women, okay? Women will look down on the gentleman that has a good, honest, paying salary that pays him the same thing every single 2 weeks. We know that he's got a salary. We know he's got money coming in. We know that this young man is stable, but that doesn't seem to attract women. Well, girls, because that kind of thing attracts women. Let me be honest. Like when you're like, 45 and you're single, 40 and you're single, now you're looking for stability. When they're younger, homeboy that works at the bus depot or he works for waste management. He's not all that attractive now, is he? He's got stability. He's got an honest paying job with benefits. But some women will mistake that for a boring life. So, some women mistake stability for being boring. Let me take this off. That until somebody calls it. All right. And I think that's a mistake. It's a mistake. Okay. Or some women just like toxic type of relationships that are unstable and all over the place, and it's not going anywhere. Right. So they'll overlook the stability of a man who is there and they can, provide stability. They are a stable provider, but they would rather deal with the toxic dude, right? Who is an entrepreneur. But here's the thing about entrepreneurship, right? There's different levels of entrepreneurship, right? So you got the entrepreneur that makes absolutely nothing at all, but then you got the entrepreneurs that are making a lot of money. Then you got the scamming entrepreneurs who are running these, talking about these pyramid type of schemes and all that stuff, and they call themselves entrepreneurs. Come on. All right. Don't overlook the stable guy, the guy who is stable. No gentleman at all in 2021. Jasmine, were you calling in the Jasmine family? The line's open. Call in. Let us know how you really feel. Please. All right. I had to learn that some women don't like the stable life. They prefer the fast life. So I have to stay clear from. But here's the thing, real. You know when they're going to start wanting that stable life? After they've all these men that they wanted to have a fast life with ran through them, and now they have 2 or 3 children with maybe the fast guy who went on to live a fast life with another much younger woman. And now they want the guy who is stable that could take care of them and their 3 kids. If you're in your 20s and you're in your 30s right now, and you are a little cutie, guys love you and want you. Know your value and know your worth. Okay? Know exactly what a high value man is. And it's not necessarily what he makes, what he drives, and what he looks like. It could be how he behaves and how stable he is. There's gentlemen in 2021. Come on, there is. All right. Women want to do what they want while they can. But then when it's no longer an option, they want to secure something good for themselves. And that's the problem, bro. Secure that earlier in life. Because a woman is, if you put a woman's value based on her looks, right? That means that her value starts to decrease mid-30s. Okay. Some women are able to keep that value for a long time. But mid-30s, late 30s, it starts to decline and you're no longer as valuable as you used to be when you were in your 20s. Which is why I think it's a mistake for men to value a woman's looks over everything, over character. So that's just my opinion. Back to what V say. All right. Some women who are over 35 don't want a dope boy or rappers. It's not cute. Yeah, and that's my point. When they're in their 20s, that's what they want. It's not cute in your 20s either. But they want it in their 20s. Like I said, my previous video, all the good men are with good women. So wait, real. So are you saying that if the women are single, they're single because they're not good women? I'm starting some mess here. All right. Let me get serious. All right. Many times, Intrigued by Nick says, many times the stable man is stagnant. He acts like this is the 70s and 80s where you get a pension. So be stable, but control, evolve. Okay. I understand that. I hear your point. No man want a ran down woman. There are people who are single. My choice doesn't mean they are bad. There are people who are single by choice. Doesn't mean that they are bad people. I agree with that too. Some people are single by choice. But if they're single by choice and they're claiming that there's no good men out there, so that's why they're single by choice, then that's a fallacy. Try selling an old racehorse. I'm single and thriving. All right. All right. Are you single and happy being single, like not looking for a man? Single? Really, Andre, stop the cat. Andrea, stop the cat. Continue to involve. Hey, they can take it how they want to take it. Oh. So for you guys who are watching the replay, there's a lot of things happening in the chat right now. And yeah. Yo, you guys have me on here for a whole hour and a half. I need to get off of this thing so I can focus on my family. Look at you. Look at you guys. All right. Should I end it now or should I go a full 2 hours? I don't know, man. I got like women are single by choice. You believe all women are single by choice? You know why some women are single? Because some women can accept that they may not be what men want. That's why. Some women are single because they don't want to accept that they may not be what men want. So they will be however they want to be, whoever they want to be, act however they want. And if a man doesn't want them, the man is the problem. Because, and I've heard this by so many different women, he's got to be strong enough to handle me. Ladies, and I tell my young men this all the time, don't you ever get in a situation where you have to handle a woman. Ever. And if a woman tells you that you're too weak, you can't handle me, all right? The truth of the matter is the woman is the weak person. She is emotionally unstable. She lacks self-resiliency, self-worth, and thinks that another man must come in to handle her in a relationship. Gentlemen, if you're watching this, it's toxic. Run. Run. Because you will be divorced or separated in a matter of years. Some women are single by choice, far from all though. A lot are single because they can't either get a man or the expectations are too high. And that's another thing. Like I said, it's not even a matter of high expectations. The expectations are selfish. The expectations are self-seeking. They have high expectations for men, but let a man have expectations for them. No, you're not going to put me in a cage. You're not going to box me in. I'm going to be who I want to be, but you need to be what I want you to be though. Okay. That's how a lot of women think. That's the one thing I will agree with Dre. Many aren't what a man wants, and they think because they have sex with them, they are wanted. I see this all the time. And that's another thing. Like, I think you're absolutely right, Neek. Like having sex with a man doesn't tell that the man's not communicating he loves a woman or wants to be with a woman because he has sex with them. That's not how men communicate love. This don't apply to me though. Or she is tired of being taken advantage of. Okay. Yep. But then we have to go into the type of men she's choosing to be with. Why is it that every single man she's dated has taken advantage of her? Is she capable of even identifying what a good man is? And that goes to the first point that I was trying to make. I think women would benefit from learning what a good man is, and being open to having a relationship with somebody who was a good man. Like when I was in high school, before I became a Christian, before I got married, like I wouldn't say I was like an ugly dude, but girls weren't like chasing me down or wanted to be with me because I wasn't that Doug dude. I was a nice guy. But those same women, when they got older,
Call from
started
It's
to
Jazz from the Jazz.
slide in my
To
DM.
accept, press 1. To send a voice.
And so by then it's too late. I know what I want in a woman. Jasmine, what's up?
Hi.
How you doing? Thank
How
you
are
for calling in.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. What you got for us?
Yeah. I really think that there are a lot of people who just need to take time to heal, you know. Now I'm not going to say everybody's hurt, you know, but I feel that you take time to properly heal from past trauma, whether it's relationships with your parents, a significant other, children, relationship with your job. You can really pour into a person the way you need to, you know. And it takes a lot of patience too, you know, a lot of self-love, a lot of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Everyone who are single, they're single by choice. It's not, you know, a thing where everybody that's single is like a bad person or that they're hurt either. And just, you know, get rid of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas or whatever, and just have fun and, you know, just make it a good thing, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you're single by choice, you know, let that choice be lived out. Don't rag on the opposite sex because you haven't had a chance to be in a good relationship. You know, like, so, and I'll say like, there's a lot of channels out there that would focus on how bad men are, specifically black men, how there aren't any good black men. But now we have.
And you're talking about content creators?
Yeah, content creators.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, content creators.
Oh, okay.
And then we also have the flip side to that. Men who have been hurt by women who are now going the full extreme and creating subcultures within manhood, right? That is extremely toxic. And a lot of those men, if I could put my money on it, have been hurt by women, have been turned down by women, have been told that they're ugly, they live with their mamas, they play video games all day, they're not good for nothing, they can't add anything to it. And then they created this whole thing where, you know, black women are this and black women are that, and they don't want to rise to being better so that they could be what a black woman would need. So I think you're right. I think you're right. People in relationships go through trauma. And what's ironic is this. It's not really ironic, but it's a fact. When people break up, right? When people break up, when there's a divorce, and when two people that has invested a relationship in each other, when they break up, they go through a period of mourning. They have the same kind of feeling that they would feel if a loved one passes away. Now, the question is, what causes that mourning to happen? It's not necessarily because somebody died. It's because they will never have that relationship again. So they mourn because they're going to miss that relationship. When two people break up, they mourn because they're going to miss that relationship. Now, here's the thing. If you're not going to look to heal, right? Heal. Because everybody who mourns must go through a period of healing. If they don't look, when they break up, if they don't go through a period of healing, or if they've been turned down and they never had a chance to get into a relationship, and they don't go through a period of healing, they will develop toxic traits, a toxic mentality, and they would wind up hating the other gender because they've been hurt and they didn't heal. So I feel you. You're right.
Right. And so that's where I was at, because, you know, over on my channel, which I'm not here to promote that.
Yeah, no, promote it, guys. Promote it. I don't mind.
But like, I started that channel based on homelessness. You know, it was toxic, it was abandonment, it was, you know, just so many things that I just was so ashamed of. And I told myself, it's either pick up this camera and talk to somebody, because I couldn't go to a counseling center and those different places where I went, different hotels and homeless shelters. They judge you. They're supposed to be there to help you, but they still judge you. You know what I mean? It's just it's no different than when a single mother goes to apply for food stamps. They're going to judge her. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I went through that, and I'm going to stay on topic here about, you know, why we apparently can't find good men in 2021.
Gotcha.
But I just felt like so many layers began to fall off me when I picked up my camera, or my phone rather. I didn't even have a camera. I picked up my phone and I just began to talk. You know, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't know how people were going to view me. I just was like, okay, I'm in a homeless situation and I need someone to talk to. So that's where the foundation of my channel came. And when I say layers came off of me, meaning the abandonment, the hurt, the pain, just all of those things that weighed me down pretty much, which is what we deal with in relationships. And sometimes we stay in that situation because we find comfort and we are afraid of the unknown. Like sometimes we feel like, oh, am I, you know, not good enough to be someone's wife or husband? When you are, you should know that, you should feel that, and no one should dictate that about you. You should be able to say, I am a good woman or I am a good man, you know? And
but I think a big part of that is identifying what makes you that, because sometimes we become disillusioned and thinking I am this when we're really not. Just telling us we are doesn't necessarily make us that. We got to be able to identify what it is that we are doing or behaving like that would identify us as that. Did I lose you? I think I lost her. Is she still here? Yeah, I think I just lost her. Let me see if I can get her back. You can call back if you want. Call back if you want. But because we were going somewhere. There she is. All right.
Call from.
Hi, it's Jasmine from the
Jasmine,
I'm back.
Are you back? Sorry about that.
I am back. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, like you were saying, identifying what are those things that, you know, you should do. So, but yeah, definitely go through that hurt, that pain, and get through it in a healthy way. Because I didn't heal properly. Like when I went through homelessness, when I went through failed engagement, it was like nothing but failure after failure after failure. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, it's time to heal and heal properly. Like you don't need to be in a relationship. You really need to focus on, you know, your new place, your children, your career. And when I did those things and seeking love for myself, because there were times where I didn't love myself. Like I would look in the mirror and literally cry. There was no makeup, no hair, no nothing that could fill that void for me, but me, you know? So how can I possibly begin to pour that into someone else when I don't have it within myself, you know? And so, so that's what worked for me, you know, as far as healing goes. So, but I really do think a lot of women, you know, are afraid to be submissive to men because it's a power thing sometimes with men. And it's a thing with the cheating and the money as well. So, but that's to each his own, you know, everybody's going through different lanes and different things. But I know me personally, I've met men who were married. I've met men who were single, but they just wanted to be the wild dude out there. They multiple women. I've had all kinds of men, you know, but, you know, respectfully, I've always kept my, you know, dignity of who I am, you know, what I will stand for and what I won't stand for type of thing. So I've always carried respect with myself. But I think some women, if they lose that within themselves, that's when they really get seriously hurt, you know, because again, all of those different layers and them trying to be something that they're not, or to suffice who this man wants them to be, it just comes back like a low blow to them.
I agree.
Yeah. But I believe it's good men out there. I believe it's good women out there, and I'm all for love 2021.
All right.
I support it.
All right, cool. All right. And you said you're happily single, like you're not looking.
Well, okay.
Or if it comes to you, you'll accept it.
Yeah, I'm willing to accept it. I feel like 2020 was a horrific year for me because I went through the homeless journey around November of 2019. And I just came out of homelessness 2020 of October the 2nd. And so now here we are in January, you know, so I feel like I'm okay with it. Like exclude the sex and all this other stuff. Like get to know me, I get to know you, and that's fine, you know. So let's not add to it or take away from it. Let's just enjoy, you know, each other's energy and just just basking in the moment. Because when you start to get into the career, the sex, the kids, you know, 6 figures or zero, it's so many things that just start to kind of happen a little bit. Not to say we're not going to talk about those things, but if you kind of like bask in the moment, you can really just relax for a minute, you know, and not feel compelled to just do and say too much.
I agree. Yeah. I think, putting so much pressure in the beginning of a relationship is it could break it. It could break it.
Yeah, it can. Yeah. It can. Putting pressure on anything, you should just really enjoy each other.
Yeah. That's dope. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. And they dropped your link in the chat too. So so you say you didn't want it, you're not here to support your channel or promote your channel, but we'll do it for you, all right?
Oh, thank you so much. And I enjoyed your live stream, and I think it's really great that you're actually ministering to women about good men, you know, because we don't need to think that there are not good men out here, because I'm pretty sure there are.
There are. And
my dad is one.
Yeah, and I think so I'm going to say it, and it's going to sound offensive, right? But it's not really meant to be offensive.
Okay.
To a good man, they want to find a good woman, right? But a woman has to understand that a good man is going into a relationship trying to identify certain things that would make a good woman so that they could fully commit to. And if a woman don't know those things or can't be specific about those things that they may be questioned about or know what they're looking for, then they're going to wind up losing that good man, losing out on a great opportunity to have a pretty good life with a good man. And that's all. That's really the crust of what I'm trying to get to at the end of the day.
That is true. Yeah. That is really true. It's not all douchebags and women, you know, we got to kind of loosen up a little bit. It can be hard because we're nurturing and we're caring, and, you know, we're doing all the housely duties and, you know, we do a whole lot as women. We do a whole lot. We take on a lot. Not to exclude men, because you guys are excellent hard workers too, but we take on a whole lot, you know. So sometimes we just are like afraid, you know. And sometimes it just really takes that it's okay, you know. So
agreed.
Definitely.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, thank you for having me.
All right.
Bye.
Later. All right, that was a nice conversation. All right, so guys, is it okay if I go now? I'm gonna head off here. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and relax, and I'm not even gonna hold you. No capping. I'm going to sleep because it's late. It's past my bedtime. You guys know I'm in bed by like 9:30 every single night, even on a Friday. All right, unless I'm out on a date with the lady, but other than that, I'm in bed or watching TV. Yeah, on the couch, falling asleep. Yeah. All right, man. But I really appreciate you guys rocking with me. We got 12 people still in the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, like the video. If you have not joined the Harrison Extended family yet, you can do so by hitting that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so it'll let you know when I upload new videos. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Oh, Streamlabs want to work now, right? Streamlabs, when I put the commands in to put stuff in the chat, you don't want to work Streamlabs. But when somebody says something like you want to come in, listen, Streamlabs, I'm getting rid of you. We're about to get a divorce. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. Thank you, everybody in the chat. The Jasmine family, Andrea, Nita, Tiffany Chanel. Thank you guys so much for engaging in a meaningful conversation with me by calling in. And guys, until the next live, and yes, I will be doing one where I will be coming at the men, because I do believe in balance. I do believe in balance, because I want to see specifically Black couples be elevated. I think that a lot of Black communities are broken because a lot of Black communities have broken families. Because of the broken families, and they're not being a strong Black couple in the home, it tears up our communities. So I think that that's one of the best ways that we can elevate our communities, and speaking to both men and women, and with truth and things like that would elevate us all. So I'm not here to bash women. That's not my goal. I'm not here to bash men. That's not my goal either. I just want to see us all elevate and see Black couples thrive. That's it. All right, guys. Until the next live, I'm out. God bless. I don't have any I could play some elevator music or whatever on the way out. I could play this. I could. I just may play this until because Streamlabs, I had a whole end screen, the whole thing, but Streamlabs is messing up. So I'm gonna let this play out and then I'm gonna end it. You know what? I'm just gonna end it now. All right, man. Love you all. God bless. And until the next one, peace.